Hey guys, welcome back to Factorio. I am SeiferKatt, and today, well, I see fix train jam is one of my things I need to do, so let's go fix a train jam. Ooh, it's a bit of a rough one, this one, but that's okay, we can fix it. So I was thinking more how we can improve things around the factory, and one of the things we can do is actually optimize my resources. I know, right? Scares me too. Like actually make the better resources out of stuff, because after we improved silicon yesterday, it's like, well, why not do that for more? And the answer is, why not? So we're going to be looking at that. So we're going to need one of these, because that's kind of why everything's jammed. And it's probably been jammed for a while too, which is a bit of a shame, but that's okay. We do that, that should stop the jam for a little while. Okay. So that should all clear itself out. Now I can tell it's been a while because these tanks are actually full, which is not great, but it should resolve itself fairly quickly, I would hope. Alright then, so now that that's out of the way, let's just take that off the list. Well done, we've done it. Production modules, yes, we do need to do some stuff with that. Let's build a warehouse, and by the time we get there, we should be able to do something. There's a few issues with production modules, both of which we will fix pretty darn quick. And then I suppose we need to start optimizing aluminium. Oh man, actually, can we even optimize aluminium? Aluminium, we might actually need to do some research for that, but it'll be pretty quick because it doesn't need yellow science. So anyone who says, I don't work on research other than FTL, joke's on you, I'm doing it. Okay, we're done with that, let's go back to FTL. We were so close into actually making reasonable progress in my life. We might need to also do some research for titanium as well. You know what? Let's do that as well. Might as well. Now this one's going to be a little bit more of a pain because we need to do other things before we do titanium. So we'll just prepare it. Anything else? Oh, we apparently need to improve cobalt smelting as well. Okay, so this is going to take me a little while to get this sorted, but that's okay. Now, this is full of stuff, which I'm not super keen on. And I don't think we want to put any more reds in here. We took a few, but I don't think we need to do any more. And possibly even one of these. Just to really strengthen the greens that we don't need. Because what we do need is greens and reds. Sorry, don't need greens. We need reds and blues. So we're going to take out some of those and speed up all these. So the greens will take a little while to get back out of the system, but they'll get out of there eventually. Very soon, in fact. Okay, research is still happening. That's cool. Let's just got to do titanium now, and then we should be back to FTL. Okay, but that wasn't actually what I needed to do. I just know it was something that was needed in the process. What's short here? Is anything short here? No, it just takes time. Well, that's fine. Okay, so the problem is these red ones, they take a little bit longer because they're not optimized. Or rather, they are. But they need to be optimized a bit more, I think. Oh, no, the problem was this. I remember now. These need to be faster. Because they're taking too long to make stuff. But with these being faster, we should get into a better place very soon. I think we also needed to worry about solder. I don't have that on the list of things to do today, but I know I saw solder, and look at that. That's not great. Because these are a little slow, and these probably need to be made faster. That one goes like that. And then we just need to speed up this whole shebang. Because as they say, if you're not speeding up a shebang, you ain't got no thing. That's probably what they say. I don't know, I wasn't really listening. But you want to have shebang and thang. That's my understanding. Okay, so that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. And we'll just ditch these because quite frankly I don't need them. And these will be upgraded with the bots feel like it because they're all in the bot network anyway. So, clean up shards. Oh, that was clean up shards. So, aluminium. It is time to clean up aluminium, which I've been meaning to do. Well, not meaning to do. Let's be honest, I've started considering it for the first time today. So we're going to need some pellet presses. Nope. Pellet presses, and we're going to want 20 of them, I suppose, because why not? And we're going to do a similar thing that we did with when we were doing tungsten, that we're going to set it that mostly it's going to use the pellets, or the improved process, but we will not destroy the old process as well. Because if we keep both processes, then it does give us like extra leeway if things go wrong. Such as resources collapse when you don't expect it. Which, let's be honest, that happens all the time. Okay, so let's get some resources in. Some riggedy resources, as they say. I don't think I need as many filtrations as I'm holding right now. We'll still hold on to a few. Don't need that as many of those. I'm never really using efficiency modules anymore, am I? Because if I'm going to use efficiency modules, I'd rather just add more power. That logically makes sense in my mind. Okay, so one of my best sources of aluminium is down here just because it has more constant trains filling it up. Speaking of trains filling it up, now that the network has gone a bit better, they're not going anywhere because destinations are full, probably because the backup train line is doing well. So we do have 3 trains constantly being filled with mineral sludge to be sent off at any given time, so that probably is good. I'm going to say that's good. Oh, you know what? One thing we do want to do while I think about it is the manganese. We want to have one use for it. So aluminium's here because the manganese, we still sometimes will get manganese. So I figure let's still use it if we can. If we put that right there and do it like that. Oh, we probably should tell it to do aluminium, shouldn't we? It's probably relevant. That's bronze. I don't know what aluminium looks like. It looks like that. Actually. Copper and silicon, that is probably also a quite valid way of doing this. But now that'll do the trick. Because copper and silicon just means we need less aluminium. And we could do that. So, we're not going to worry about it just yet, because what we're going to worry about right now is aluminium, or aluminum as Americans say, I understand. So we're going to take that back just a step. So that way we can split it that way. Should we so desire, and we absolutely do desire. In fact, we'll even push it back this way. And pellet presses, well, we want some of those, don't we? I don't know how many, we'll just build 8. 8's probably a good number. 8's probably more than we need. And we're going to press those into aluminium presses. Why am I not just copying and pasting? Be way faster to copy and paste. There we go, look at that. That was almost great. Okay, awesome. So we've got some pellet presses. And we'll power it up as well, just to get a little bit cool. Because you always want to be a little bit cool. Never go too cool, because then the bullies will think you're trying to be too cool, and they will punch you. It's became the whole situation about bullying now. Charcoal could be a bit of a problem, since this is all carbon. We'll need to figure out how to get charcoal into the system. That's okay, we'll figure that out. Now, the other thing we need is, of course, sodium carbonate. But the trick with sodium carbonate is it will turn into sodium aluminate, and then it'll turn into sodium carbonate again. So we don't need a lot of it, but we do need some of it. So we're going to go grab some sodium carbonate, and then it sort of goes in a loop, and then it'll be good. My bots are going to go fill something up. That's fun. And who knows what the bots are really up to. Actually, let's hold on to that aluminium. That might be useful. And how much sodium carbonate do we need? Well, some. Got him! That's a good number. Just some. Really figured out that possible number, didn't I? Okay, well that's actually going pretty well. And that is sodium carbonate there, I believe? Yes, it is. So we'll just go yomph. And that gives me, what? 291? That might be too much. But I also don't care enough to fix it. These are still trying to catch up with everything. Would probably be better if we sped these up just a tad. I notice we're seeing a lot less greens in here. That's good. We don't want a lot of greens. And this warehouse is emptying, so that's good as well. And occasionally I'm seeing a green come in, but mostly it's sorted. Okay. So I've grabbed the sodium carbonate. On the way back, we do want to find some charcoal if we can, just because that's going to be required. Interesting. Why charcoal, though? Whereas to turn alumina into ingots still requires carbon. So we do actually require charcoal and carbon, just to make things just a little bit more frustrating. Yeah. Actually, is that charcoal or carbon? That's charcoal. Excellent. That goes down this way, so we can always just split that off. Yeah, I think it's the plan. You split that line off, and it doesn't have to go too far. It does have to go a little bit, but not too bad. And the manganese is hopefully being consumed. You know what? We are going to skip that line, and we'll just put the manganese in that one thing that we've created. Cool. Great. And we'll speed it up, because no reason not to. Okay, so we're going to let that go for a little while. And now what we need to do is get the... Okay, this is fine. So we need to get chemical furnaces, which look like this. We've only got 10 of them. I guess we didn't really think this through. What a surprise. We'll just do that for now. That's probably good. And we want to make aluminium, sodium aluminate. Maybe it'd be good if we split those up one more, just so we could get a slightly nicer line through here. That's the aluminium things. The charcoal can come in through here, and we're going to split it just so it's a little bit nicer. Okay, great. So that'll get charcoal in there. I mean, approximately. Now, sodium carbonate, that's not a problem to begin with because we just chuck it in there. And that's going to make just my sodium aluminate. So for now, we will just pop them down. But when we make them, we'll have to actually put them back in the line properly. Not really a big deal, but it is what it is. Okay. And before we forget, wait a second. Oh, that is actually right. Oh, because the pickup was different. So yeah, okay, that's fine. So now what I'd like to do is set these up properly. I may not have enough inserters for this, but that's alright. We will sort that out another day. And power this all up, and by another day, I mean we will sort it out today, obviously. It's not going to be sorted out, we're not going to half build something. Where's my charcoal? Oh, ha. That does make sense when you look at it like that. Okay, so got a lot of pellets. That's good. Then with this, we get sodium hydroxide and carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide's a little bit more of a pain. It's alright. So we will bring that back up here to give it plenty of room to build. Okay. So now we need sodium hydroxide and sodium aluminate. So we're going to again do a 2-belt situation, just because it's probably optimal to do it this way. I like the words probably optimal. Like, I'm not quite sure if it's optimal, but we're certainly going to do it this way. It makes more logical sense. We really want the sodium aluminate to, yeah, be good. So this is being constructed. It is wonderful. Looks like it's not being constructed from here, but that's probably by you got to expect that. And then we want blast furnaces, which is going to be kind of a pain. But we can do a system sort of like this, except better. Because we also will need to get some sort of fuel in here. So on hindsight, maybe don't do it that way. Maybe. Boop. Do it this way. So that way we don't need to worry about too much other stuff. We just need to get the fuel in there. Cool. Now it's going to make alumina and sodium carbonate, which is good. If I say this is good loud enough, I think I might even believe it. Because believing is the most important part of any factory-based thing. The Omnisire must be praised. And if we just gently get rid of the sodium hydroxide, that'll fuel it up. And we'll just chuck the sodium hydroxide on the factory. There we go, it's done. And we do need carbon of the dioxide variety. So if we just gently put that, oops, too gently. Okay, gently put it in the right place. And I don't like that these are fast inserters. They need to be faster than that. Also stackier than that. Because the idea is these are going to be, hopefully, what I consider most of my aluminium production from down here. That will produce sodium carbonate, which the sodium carbonate then gets filtered back down there. Don't know why I didn't do all this earlier, but that's okay. And sodium carbonate gets, yeah, chucked back into here. And that's good. That shouldn't be requiring that much. Nope, that's fine. And now we need carbon dioxide, which should be pretty easy because carbon dioxide is carbon dioxide. Yep, that's the one. Carbon dioxide is just melt some charcoal, which we have charcoal to spare. Actually, what we are going to do is not do that at that point. When we get down to here is when we'll do that. So that way we have a slightly larger buffer. And that's going to be relevant when we come to the liquefiers right here, because I don't know how much carbon dioxide we need. That's probably too much. It's fine though. And just, can you melt some of that delicious charcoal, or chark as we all like to call it, into carbon dioxide? How much do you need actually? It's not going to be on transport belt. 180 per second. Okay, well that's, wow, that's actually not producing too far off. Okay, so many steps of process have been added into this, and that will make my sodium alumina, get everything going a little bit better. And then the alumina gets added back into here, I think, yes. Okay, so then we turn that around. We also put that a little bit further out, so we have a little bit more room to work with here. Awesome. And then we bring this alumina down here, and we put an express filter, and we put it, the output priority, no, sorry, input priority is this way. And that is going the wrong way. Awesome. There we go. And now we should have a situation where we optimize this. We may need more. Oh, no, that's wrong. Chark. Chark's got to go up that way. Actually, we've got to do this trick again, I suppose. We've done this trick a few times. It's called the split. Split. Okay, we didn't actually want to be connected just yet. You got a little bit excited there, but that's alright. We'll get a little excited sometimes. It's okay. I'm not judging. Kind of judging. And the output priority needs to be that way. Okay, and then it will work. Because then half the charcoal will go that way and feed into that belt. The other half will go this way, and everything just works from there. Alumnia needs to go into here. Now we're just sort of fixing up my little mistakes all over the place. Because there were a couple of them. And that probably needs to go one more across. Now the only sort of comment I have is maybe we could get some more sodium in here. Because this does not look like enough sodium, even close. Now I did the maths and it should be fine. It should just constantly be working. But you do need more sodium for it to actually do the job, so... Can we just tidy that up a little bit? Great. And we want this to focus on the output going that way. Okay, so if we get a lot more sodium, we should have some results. And that'll hopefully clean up some, will make aluminium a little bit more efficient. Now we could also get the silicon and the manganese, no, silicon and copper in, and that may help as well. At that point I think we'll probably be fine. So I grabbed some of the sodium bicarbonate, or whatever the hell it was called. Sodium carbonate. There's only one carbonate, it's not bicarbonate. Single carbonate! You count 2 carbonates, you get that shit out of here. Alright, that's the motto of the carbonate company. If you see 2, get the shit out of here. It's a good company motto, if you ask me. Okay. So that may be too much, but I was about to say better too much than not enough, but honestly that's probably not the case. Too much is a problem in its own because that jams other things. Gold could be a problem. We might do the same treatment for gold very soon. I don't think we can do anything cool with gold to optimize it a little bit more, so... Can't chuck manganese into that. Manganese don't go that way. It may be, manganese may be synthetic, but it's not cheap. That's just the rule of things. Okay, so... this sodium carbonate, and then we'll throw some speed modules down just to make them a little bit more efficient. So, everyone gets some sodium carbonate. You get some sodium carbonate. You okay? Great. Just start. Oh, we'll actually make it so it goes far enough, shall we? And speed module it because we really want these to be going at the maximum speed available. And quite frankly, we also want these to be more productive than they currently are. Now these are going great and I love it, but could go faster. And the problem appears to be that these are... Wait, how much do you want to consume of like a belt's worth? Oh wow, okay, even that is actually too much. Alright. So... we may have to do a second one of these. And of course, sort out the pipes problem because that ain't good. Can we just... That'll do it. Why did I think that was going to be good? As soon as I looked at it, I was like, that's stupid. I should be feeling stupid for even considering it. Okay. So, now that I've insulted myself and made myself feel small and insignificant... This took a weird turn immediately. Okay, we are going to bring that across. Yeah, that's good. You tried. I appreciate the attempt. And we are going to split this off as well. First we take it away, then we wonder what's up with that power line. critical part of all my designs. You got to wonder why the power line's there, especially when you don't want it there. It's a critical part of the design to question power lines. Okay, that's pretty good. Happy enough with that for now. I really need to tidy up these quick bars. That should start that production. Pop that back a little bit. Cool. Oh, and you want sodium as well? Sorry, carbon dioxide as well? We can do that for you. We're pretty chill that way. Carbon dioxide for everyone, my good sirs. Okay. And that should make this reasonable. I mean, aside from that lack of power pole, which someone got rid of at some point when we weren't paying attention. And that can be connected into... Oh, wow, that is actually a lot going on right there. Okay. Turns out when you have some efficiency, you add really a lot of efficiency, don't you? Strange that. Oh. Probably could help to do that as well. Get that sodium out of the way. And likewise, we did this before, and we are going to do the same setup. So we're just going to get rid of this and just chuck it back in there. Nope, get out of the way. Cool. And that should slow all of that down as well. Now, of course, the previous systems are still active, so that's good. I feel like we still do not have enough sodium bicarbonate, but a lot of that is because things are... No, only one carbonate. I made the mistake again. So more carbonate would probably be good. Probably not great that we've got so much right there. Like 33 units is too much to be sitting in there. And as these burn through what they need to go through, this will work better, and the aluminium is being pelleted better. Which is good, that's what we want. Now, we could, of course, push this aluminium further up and work on it there. Don't know if that's necessary at this point, but we could. And I think we... Did I get my maths wrong on this? Okay. 3 sodium carbonate makes 18, so 6 of these is 1 of these. And then 24, so 12 should be 2. Oh yeah, no, it's not quite right, is it? Okay. That's alright, it's an easy enough fix. We just need to add some more sodium carbonate, which... Okay, so I did my maths wrong. That's alright. Maths happens wrong every day. Thankfully I have a setup that works pretty well for this. If we just come down here and just plop that down right there, and then Yeah, it's fine. And what's the line? I hear maths that bad? I've never played it, but I know the line. It's like some jump scare game. I don't know, someone probably knows it better than I do. And then we want to... Where do we want to put it? Up here, I guess. No, absolutely not, good sirs. That's not what we want. I got very upset about that. Just like, no. Okay, let's try that again, except this time without stupidity. Story of my life, honestly. Okay. And then we'll go like that. Just straight through that power pole. Great. And that'll only feed it if it's empty, which is good. We're gonna need more algae plants, but that is doable. What's holding some manganese for some reason? I can never let go of the cinders, I suppose. Just who I am as a person. Okay, so if we get more, what do we need? Algae plants, I suppose. Yeah, it just seems like we're lacking algae, and actually we can upgrade all that to blue. So yeah, algae. I don't know how many we need. It'll probably tell me if I check down there. 42. Well, 40 was close, but also wrong. And we will just connect that to power. Okay. So that'll get started once we actually have the algae. Meanwhile, let's just sort things out a little bit better. Not really paying attention as I'm running. That's always a bit dangerous. I guess I don't need blue undergrounds, do I? Purple undergrounds are very rarely used anymore. In fact, I don't use them. I just use greens. So let's get rid of the purple undergrounds. Same with purple splitters, honestly. I don't use either of them. Okay, so I need more resources. This should be good. Then aluminium should be sufficiently optimized. Because right now aluminium is sad. And no one wants sad aluminium. I asked someone. I was going to say that was a sort of boat, but it's not Destroyer Lake. And Destroyer Lake is my favorite lake. Okay, we are also holding 102 carbon. I don't care about that. And 4 sodium hydroxide. I don't care about 4 sodium hydroxide. Like, it's infinite. You don't need to worry about it. Okay, this should get me to my point of optimized aluminium. At least until the point I... Do I need to really optimize aluminium further? That's the real question. Which would be getting silicon and copper here. Copper's easy. Silicon, a little bit trickier. Okay, and that should make lots of sodium carbonate. Hopefully enough. I don't really know if it's going to be enough, but it'll be a lot. And once sodium carbonate starts coming in, like right now, oh, actually. Dude, where's my resources? Do we have like some annoying jam happening here? We do appear to have some jam going on here. Interesting, okay. So resources currently crapped out because we had a jam that appears to be quite widespread. That's never a good sign. So let's just build a bunch of signals because That's probably what's gone wrong here. And where do we start? In the middle is usually a good place to start because that's usually where it created or got started. So you can't go forward because you can't go forward. You can't go forwards because... Why exactly? Because there's a train here. There isn't. But you think there is. That's probably not helping then. And that looks very much like why we've got a problem. You came in here. You're stuck there because, let me guess, that never got split up. I see. Thankfully we only have 2 carriage trains, so if we just make everything a little bit smaller, hopefully everything sort of just works itself out from there. Now we do have trains moving again, so that's exciting. This is one of those things, and this is why you signal things. Look, Gims, buddy. You're right, I know. This is why you signal things better than I have done. And you can't move because you don't feel like it. I know. And you can't move because train's stuck. Look, once the trains get unstuck, it'll all be fine. I can see the trains moving. That's pretty exciting. It'll be fine now. That's why you leave a note. Yeah, we're going to put another signal there just to hopefully stop that from happening. In fact, no, we do not need 5 trains. Put some more signals down just to split things up just a little bit more. And hopefully that will mean this will never happen again. But I know my factories. So I look forward to it happening in the next half hour. That's a second jam today. That's not great. Okay, so with that, blue science, still really good. Still really proud of blue science. Good job, guys. Number 1. Big effort. Silicon, super great. We could always, as I was saying, get silicon and copper and mix that with aluminium. That wouldn't be too out of the ordinary. Because that would actually fix the aluminium problem forever, I think. Oh, why do I say things like fix it forever? Like, why do I say that? You know that's just going to cause a problem. But here I am saying dumb shit. Okay, so sodium carbonate, it was actually losing a little bit of efficiency every time, but that should... Now the problem is just lack of aluminium, which, to be fair, is going to be fixed in the near future. And that has no carbon, which is an interesting mistake in itself. And just because I feel like it might be more useful, actually, let's even get rid of another one. We will try and shift this up to output priority up here, and we'll try and put that with the rest of the aluminium. I feel like that might be good, because we can also scale that should we desire or need to. Or need to desire. Now you may note there's some power problems. Disregard those, they're not real. There are no power problems in passing say. Okay, aluminium's coming through now. And I do not need these iron sticks, they can be thrown away. So, do I fix aluminium entirely before doing anything else? The answer is, of course, why would you not? Why would you even ask such a question? And now I'm being chastised by myself, so It's getting rather personal right now. Don't know why we're doing this, but you know what? That's just life. Now, good news is we've got silicon here. We've got, actually, silicon's already down here. That's silicon, right? Let's just lick it. That's silicon right there. Now that I've licked the silicon, I know what it is. That's how you find silicon, you lick it. And we're going to try and find a good way to get the copper through. That looks actually pretty good. So now that I've licked it and I'm sure it's not steel, because that's the problem. Steel looks a lot like silicon. It's a right pain. And we're going to... That's actually still pretty good, but not for the right reasons. That is manganese, and manganese, we're still going to use it. But where's the manganese line come from? There. Okay. We're still going to use manganese, but we're going to use it slightly differently. Just to use it. I see no reason not to just use perfectly good manganese. Okay. So that is silicon coming into the base. Yo, silicon, what up, my dudes? Then copper. I always forget about the rotate feature, and it is the best thing I've ever seen in Factorio. Like, I've played a lot of Okay, never mind. Sometimes it don't work when you're going backwards. If you go twice, then it does work. Okay, so then we connect like that. We connect like that. Then we've got lots of copper coming through. And now I want to break everything. Couldn't tab out for a while. I mean, yeah. Fix it forever is a lot smaller gap than it used to be, isn't it? It's a valid point. Look, fixing it forever is the absolute plan right now. It's been the absolute plan for the whole time I've been playing, but now I might almost believe it. Okay, so we should see... This should be a lot of aluminium. For relatively cheap as well. I think we can probably also... that one actually seems to be like it's producing copper. No, that one actually we can... Can we? I mean, honestly, we could have probably improved copper into pellets as well. But that's what we're learning today, that we should have really done all of this like ages ago. Because it wasn't actually that hard. But put that into the book for things to learn for next run. Okay, so now we've got the copper coming in. And we can probably improve speed. Let me pick up from there, please. Yeah. Okay, immediately copper is just going absolutely not so crazy. Good. That's what we wanted. We wanted not so crazy aluminium. Now, so long as copper or silicon doesn't fail me, we'll be fine. 3 bits where this is going to fail. Okay, so if we check here, which is bye. If we check here, we should be seeing so much aluminium. I'll be honest, I'm a little disappointed with how little aluminium I'm seeing. Probably because it's trying to pour out all this aluminium very rapidly. How much is it doing per second? It's doing about 1,000. Okay. Which means we may actually have a problem with too much aluminium trying to get through one small pipe. So what we'll do is we will connect that up and we'll do this. That should push it through just a bit better. That's going 800, that's going the full 1,000. Yeah, okay. Now that it can take two different angles on its way out, I mean, I guess we could boost it further. Would that be a crime? Yes. But crimes are cool. You always got to remember that crimes are cool. Always be crimin'. And that should... Okay, that should be pushing aluminium even higher then. If you commit... Oh, okay. Now we're going into a literal definition of what cool means. What does it mean to be cool? It means, heck yeah, this is awesome. The important thing is, aluminium is going crazy go nuts. And we actually might want to put a pump going out here. And we're going to make a personal aluminium supply for my rockets. Now, as I'm saying that, I've realized what a nightmare situation that's going to be. No. What if I go 3 out? 3 out might be okay. Let's find out. It wasn't. 4 out. So far, so good. This is looking good. We just need to get it up to the low density structures. Ah, no. We got a problem. Ah, we got another problem. Okay. We'll keep shifting until we don't have problems. That's my answer to life. Alright, we are almost there. Yeah. Just gotta keep going. We can do this. I'm never doing fluid buses again. Not like this, anyway. Because fluid bus was a mistake. I mean, I'm aware that someone put a clip of me saying this, but it is still very true, and I should never do this again. If I have to go to a blackboard and write, I will not do fluid bus, I will do that. I don't even know where I'd find a blackboard, but I would absolutely do that. If I do a fluid bus again, that's on me. In fact, actually at this point we could connect that. It's not quite what I was planning, but it's pretty good. I'll fill that up. Because I mean, I imagine this links over to here anyway. He says awkwardly not realizing how far away it is. Yeah, that's doing much better. Is it? Oh my goodness. Some of these have literally never made a single thing because they've always been pointing in the wrong direction. Okay, so now that's done. To be fair, we didn't have the aluminium for this to work anyway before, so now we do. It's alright. It's still good. So that should provide more low density structures and therefore more rockets. Now, gold, I believe we're having a slight issue with, last time I checked. So gold may be the next thing we need to optimize. Where are your problems lying with these? Titanium. Or we could just improve titanium. Like, titanium needs improving anyway. You know what? Titanium is next. So. Thankfully, most of the stuff's pretty easy to deal with. Limestone's going to be a pain, but whatever. I think you turn more calcium chlorate. And it sort of works. Okay, that is actually a perfect loop rather than a diminishing loop, like what I thought I didn't have with my sodium carbonate. I always want to call it bicarbonate, but it's not called that. Okay, we should have a bunch of trains here. Yes, they are all doing train duties. Good. Now, we've done some dark work over here with really interesting pipe work. So we may need to move some pipes around for that, but for now, I'm not going to worry about it too much. For now, we need pellets. And we need to move this, like, one notch back. Nope. Nope. Okay. So, pellets. Same sort of thing we did last time. Get some pellets, make it happen. Here's my pellet press. Want it to be one further up. I don't know how to control X. Figured it out eventually. I mean, no, it could also be gay carbonate. You know? It's fine. Like, it's not bicarbonate, it's just not, it's not bicarbonate. It has a preference. Yeah. That's carbonate that knows what it likes. But whatever it likes, I support the carbonate. But not the carnate. That they did some crimes and I cannot forgive them. Oopsies. One more up. Just carbonate my soda. Absolutely. Love soda. I try to cut back on it though, just because it's just pure sugar. That's how you know you're getting old, when you're like trying to cut back on like delicious things. Okie dokie. So let's just power this up. Okay, that should be making lots of pellets. And then with my pellets, I can get carbon, which good news, I already have carbon. Calcium chloride. Now, because this is... I've got a lot of calcium chloride over with the tungsten, but I don't know if I want to move that. I do have a lot of it. It's not too difficult to get up here, it's just a long process. And then after I've got the calcium chloride, I can turn it back into calcium chloride with aluminum chloride gas, which ammonia might be the only problem in that, but ammonia is kind of a pain to make because you need catalysts. Need red catalysts? Yeah, I don't want to make ammonia. Okay, can I... Is something else making ammonia nearby? That's probably the real question. No, no, no. Not making any of this stuff around here. Not around here. Okay. So that could be a bit of a pain. Thankfully, we've still got a bunch of calcium chloride. So that's not as bad, but I still wish it wasn't like this. And then, okay, I knew this would be coming up. We've got this pipe here, which has mineral sludge in it, I suppose, but not much. We're going to move that pipe up here. And then if we bring it back down here, that gets me one less pipe that I got to worry about. So that's something. Okay. That's one less pipe in my way. I don't really care about the crystal slurry. The next one is probably oxygen. It's pretty important stuff. I've heard good things about oxygen. A lot of people sing its praises. They tell me every day I like oxygen, so I don't want to cut people's oxygen supply. Because, you know, if people like oxygen, they'd be a little bit upset if I got rid of it. That's my understanding anyway. I could be wrong. Okay. That deals with the oxygen pipe. That gives me a little bit more room to put down some blast furnaces. Hopefully that's enough. Looks pretty good, actually. Big Ox. Oh, it's Big Ox! People always falling for Big Ox. I'm just very pleased about the idea of Big Ox. Because, you know, it just sounds like a big ox. Okay, so we need carbon, but we already knew that. Do you work for Big Ox? And there's just this big oxen just like, "Rrr." Big Ox also sounds like a terrible name for a villain in Metal Gear Solid, but, you know, it's besides the point. I'm trying to do something here, and I don't know if it's particularly great what I've done, but we're doing it anyway. Okay. So then when you get calcium chloride, now I don't really want to do what I'm about to do, but I'm going to do it anyway because that's how crimes happen. This is a crime against factories. I was trying to think of a clever word there, and clearly I failed. So we've got hundreds of calcium chloride. That's what I need, right? Calcium chloride, yeah. Okay, well, let's get it going, I suppose. Nope. I gotta learn not to do that. I won't, but I got to. Ow, train! Ooh, that actually hurt. I mean, it hurt my shields, of course, it didn't hurt me, but it was still spooky. We got some ghost train situation right here. You never want a ghost train situation. But I mean, it's Halloween. It's not Halloween, it's October, so ghost trains happen all the time. You know, during Halloween. It's very common. I mean, I don't need to tell you that. We're all aware of how dangerous ghost trains can be. Especially the trains that turn you into a ghost. Those are bad trains. We are almost where we want to be. Aside from just a bullshit level of 600 transport belts to get here. And then if we just sort of slide it in there, just tap it in. It's so messy. I let this happen. I chose to let this happen. And then what we want to do is input priority, output priority that way. And that will make ingots, which then go down into the blast furnaces. Actually, how much will this be producing? Transport belts. Half a belt's worth. That's not great. What if I did this though? And also moved this crystal slurry in a way that wasn't in the way. I don't know, every time I look at the chat and I still see Gim's message about big oxygen, and I'm just like, oh shit, big ox. Like, it's so good to me. I just love the idea of just a very big ox. I know it's stupid, but I don't care. Big ox controls us all. And it appears like we lost those. Okay, cool. So when the calcium starts coming through, we should be... Okay, so yes, good. Hello. Here comes the calcium. Oops. Oh, no, 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 no. I forgot about the limestone. Okay, well, we got to deal with the limestone, clearly. Well, I'm glad that didn't work anyway. So is it limestone or is it lime? Because it is officially limestone. Okay. Not limestone, that's something different. Okay. And we're going to build a big warehouse. I'm going to put all the limestone in the warehouse. Thank you. Now, at some point we'll have to deal with that limestone, but not today. Then, okay, well, first off, it's going to go the wrong way. That's always cool. And same thing, except, yep, wrong way. Now, hopefully this will make a lot more titanium. That is, of course, the hope. Now, this should require a full belt. It doesn't. Interesting. Okay, so these are all doing their damn best. Right, they're also outputting part of a belt of limestone. Should have considered that. And if we do this, and drop over there, drop over there, drop over there, drop over there, and probably offset them as well. Okay. You're thinking of two different people. You've got Ox King mixed up with Great Yama. Ox King was Chi-Chi's father. And King Yama is just like a judge of the dead and shows up in Spelunky for what it's worth. Which I don't know what that's worth, but that is also true. He does show up in Spelunky. Okay, and that should tidy that up a little bit more. We've got a bunch of limestone that I don't care about. That's going to fill up hickin' quick. Yeah, that's true. Yama does have horns. Okay. Now we are producing... Yeah, it should be enough. Should be doing about 840. Now with that, I'm expecting us to have good amounts of titanium coming through. And it's looking pretty good. Of course, titanium was the thing that was slowing down yellow science. And, it's tungsten again. Oh, tungsten, why do you do this to me? Actually, hang on. We could use the limestone over here with cobalt. You know what? I see a problem with that. If we turned this into a 2-drop, this would actually get resources. I think that train doesn't even work anymore. Okay, and that should help. And that should do that. And that should mean cobalt comes through a little bit faster. Yeah. Let's improve cobalt production though. I see no harm in doing that. And likewise, we probably need to upgrade the crystallizers. Okay, good. I really love Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. I haven't watched all of Dragon Ball, and I've got to get around to watching Super, but Dragon Ball Z I just love so much. And I didn't watch the movies either, so maybe I'm not that big a fan. Maybe that's what I'm finding out. My wife laughed at me there. It's like, I love this show, but I didn't watch all this, all this, all this, all this, all this. Maybe I don't like it. The TV show is where I'm saying I watched that. Like, I'm not having an identity crisis. You're having an identity crisis. Yeah. Yeah, you heard me. You're having an identity crisis right now. Ouch. Ouch. Okay, well, that didn't go well. That ended with the threat of divorce. That's never good. Joking, I hope. I think. Who knows? It was joking. He says optimistically. Okay. A lot of good jokes being told right now. Ha 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 ha. Anyway. With that, have we improved tungsten? No, we didn't actually do anything with tungsten. Oh, because cobalt is the problem, not tungsten. Okay. Can we powder up more? Not really. Well, actually, no. Cobalt's coming through faster because we changed the trains around and we added that. So yeah, tungsten, better. I thought that train hit me for sure that time, but nope, it missed. Probably wouldn't be bad to get that. Oh dear, not again. Seriously? How do we keep doing this to myself? Well, one of the problems is clearly that bit right there. That's not helping anyone. Then a long line of nothingness. Okay. So that should improve the signaling. And yeah, titanium's coming through pretty good. We are already 3.4k used of limestone. That did not take long at all. But titanium's pretty good. Let's look at yellow again, because I don't actually think we finished looking at that. Yes, we did. Tungsten was the problem. I remember now. Oh no, I see the mistake I've made here. It's only, it allows as many trains as want to go there. That's why this jammed up. What a mistake. Just stand in the way of the train. It doesn't even know where it wants to go now. Destinations are full. Okay, it's just going to jam the train line up. It's fine. Hey Gims, was you telling me about the pie run, or was that Soul Burner? I feel really awkward if I got the name wrong there. Either way, I was having a look at that pie run that was mentioned in last night's chat, and that's terrifying. I was just watching the first episode of just like how to make iron, and I'm just like, I want none of that. Just none of that looked fun. It looked like a miserable experience. Soulburn. Okay. I thought the two of you were talking about it. It's soul burn, not soul burner. Gosh. This is how much attention I pay. Look, if it makes it feel any bit, feel any better, I remember people's names the same way in real life. My coworkers are not a big fan. I have a really bad tendency to forget people's name at work, and so I just try and avoid saying names whenever possible. I think a lot of people do that, but it takes me a few months before I actually get comfortable using someone's name at work. I kind of want that to be done a little bit cleaner. Yeah. You know that awkward time when you like use someone's name for the first time? You're like, oh god, I hope I didn't just say the wrong name, and they just went with it. A friend at work had that sort of thing happen where someone in another team thought his name was something else, and he just accepted it. And so for like months, he was just called by a different name by this guy. And then one time, like the guy called up our team and didn't get a hold of him, and was like, "Oh, I was looking for David," and the person who knew what was going on was like, "There's no one by David that works here." And they're like, "Yeah, they are. I saw them today." Nope, their name's not David. Wait, what? Because the person was so polite and they didn't want to like, say to someone, that's not my name. It's like almost too polite. It's pretty funny. Okay, so yellow science kind of crapped out a little bit while tungsten was a problem. Tungsten should be less of a problem now. And with cobalt now being a little bit more aggressive, we should be a lot happier too. Well, it wasn't payroll, so I think also the person who was picked up the phone just generally didn't like the person. They were, how some people in an office, even if you don't like them, you just like, okay, and you just sort of get along with them because you kind of have to, because it's a workplace. Um, this person did not have that attitude towards people. They were like, if I don't like them, I just screw them. I don't give a shit. So they were lovely to work with. Yikes. I mean, they're mostly okay as long as you're on their good side. But of course, if you're on their bad side, and it's nothing you have done, it's just you're on their bad side today because hey, it's a Thursday. Then yeah, sucks to be you, buddy. Ain't nothing you can do about that. So that's the sort of person they were, and so they were just like, you know what, I'm just gonna basically ream this person for getting their name wrong. Oh, okay, that's fair. All right, so with this lead, is lead full? Lead is full. Yeah, well, sorry guys, I've just got to go get some water. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, we're back now. Got to get stuff back into. I love the solder that's just chilling here. Like, look at this belt. Oh, it's going so fast. Oh, that's good water. Cold water is the best. Anyone who says otherwise can literally fight me. But please don't, because I would suck at fighting. Please do not actually fight me. Okay, we are... Oh, wow. Did we launch like another 10 rockets when I wasn't looking? Dang. Fuel is mostly okay. The main problem is still low density structures. We may be able to improve those, because now we've got lots of aluminium coming through. We can figure out why they're slow. They're slow because... this is slow. Well, two things we can do about that. One, we can make them slower. And then that was kind of a joke, because now we're going to make them real fast. Like, real fast. Because step one is increased productivity. I know, real mixed signals. What do you expect though, really? We may have problems with titanium as well. But we'll see. And we will increase productivity here as well. And you know what? I see no harm in making these fast as well. Because you gotta make things fast. And this will probably kill a couple of resources, but that's okay. Resources are made to be used, and I use them I shall. These are also picking up using fast inserters. Yikes. Okay, now using faster inserters, it is consuming. Plastic may be a problem, which we had previously not considered. But we can probably improve that with a dash of actually making plastic here. And we should have, that plastic line is like near full, so what we'll do is we'll do this. We'll do this. And then we'll make it use the correct pipes, because who the heck carries brass pipes around these days, right? No one. Ain't no one got time for brass pipes. And plastic pipes are so cheap. This is also how we get ecological disasters on the planet Earth, because I'm just like, hey, why use anything when plastic is so cheap? And that is why the Earth will die. Because plastic is too cheap. And whose fault is that? That's right, dinosaurs. That's right, I'm blaming dinosaurs for all of our problems. As one should. And titanium... there's enough in the pipes, it's just slow. So I think the plan here is to do sort of what I did before, which is to productivity modules to slow them down. And then use beacons to make them fast again. Now, this will be making a lot of low density structures. Probably too many, honestly. Actually, we might be better off to put it into here. And then input priority that side. Because I think these plastics are also doing something else. Oil is not made from the dinosaurs? Wait. Or is oil made from trees? How have I messed up my science, Gims? Please enlighten me. Oh, Dr. Gims. Still short on oxidizers. Okay. I love the actually. Like, I can hear it, and it's like, ooh. That's a loud and violent actually. And it's my favorite thing to do. Okay, so this is making more. Oh yeah, no, I totally get it. Like, and I do that too as well. Like, I'm just like, that's why I love a good actually. Because you know that you're like, alright, how have I messed this one up? And I do really want to know how. I was pretty sure I've known for, well, known for years doesn't mean that it's true, I suppose. But I was pretty sure that oil is made out of, here we go, mostly stuff like plankton and stuff when the plates are underwater. Oh! Okay, that would make sense. So the dinosaurs weren't around by the time the oil and stuff was being made. Yeah, look, makes sense. I mean, it makes reasonable sense. I mean, the vast scale of the Earth and even like the universe and the Earth and that, it's difficult to comprehend. There's so much. Okay, so fuel is the main issue right now, and that may start being a problem very soon with a shortage of ammonia. Oh, ammonia, you're always a problem. Maybe we could just do a little bit of something of that. This is when we're going to run out of nitrogen or hydrogen very quickly, or both actually. Probably nitrogen first, and then we'll see. Okay. My understanding was mostly due to the fact that, like, the bacteria that breaks things down didn't exist yet. And that's sort of, you know, why we don't just have a lot more oil these days. Also, just the vast quantity of time, I suppose. Time is an interesting problem. Heat shielding, we have 3.6k. Low densities are good. RCUs are coming in, but they're slow. Why are they slow? Because we don't have enough of these, really? We don't have enough of these. Why not? Oh, we've run out of ferric chloride again. That's an interesting problem that I thought we wouldn't have for a while. Okay, we need to get ferric chloride sorted ASAP. Now, the good news is I've got a plan for ferric chloride. And the problem is we've run out of something. Nice. That really did well. Wait, what? Okay, why do we not have any ferric chloride? What are we missing? Probably chlorine, I'd imagine, not hydrogen. Can't help but notice we've got hydrogen on both sides of that. That's what I would call not a great situation to be in. Wonder how that even happened. I wonder how long it's... How did that even happen? It was probably when I was working with the aluminium. Okay, well, let's speed this up and hopefully that'll get its shit together pretty quick. Sorry, I'm just going to read this now. You need so much pressure and heat over a long period of time. Coal is just oil hasn't been baked enough. Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, the CO2 is the big problem, I suppose, and I would agree with that. Oh, we've actually, ironically enough, made aluminium too optimized. That's not a great problem to have created for myself. So we just need a lot more chlorine. And let me guess, that's burning off huge units of chlorine that I absolutely need. If we can probably put a pump here, that would probably be good. But I don't know if it's really going to be pumping enough chlorine to be helpful. And again, we do have this chlorine down here, don't we? Look at that, that's actually making chlorine right now. My goodness. Let's take that chlorine, boys! Let's take it all the way to the bank, as they say. The chlorine bank. It's a pretty common phrase. You gotta go to the chlorine bank, it's pretty nice. You'll love what they've done with the architecture. And if you don't, I don't honestly care what you think. Just gets really anti-everything at that point, didn't I? Okay, so hopefully... Okay, hydrogen's going to be a bit of a problem now, but that's alright, we can get more hydrogen. In the same way we can get more chlorine, I suppose. Because we can just do that, and on the same side do that. Yep. Okay, so there's lots of hydrogen. And, oh, let's just put that away a little bit. And put a pump. Actually, we'll put another pump as well. Okay. So that should sort out the sodium hydroxide, no, hydrogen chloride situation. That should make a lot of ferric chloride now. Where is the ferric chloride made? So we can double check that. It's so close to where we're standing, I know that. It's over here. Okay, ferric chloride is being constructed or assembled or whatever the heck it is you do with ferric chloride to make it exist. And that will fix itself very soon. I believe it's going up. Let's just see. 32, 33, 34. Yeah, it's going up pretty quickly, actually. The thing that might help is putting a pump in there and just getting it out of the way faster. I mean, it won't... Oh, I guess we were already doing something like that. Well, that's fine. Clearly, I had already had that thought. And if you've had the same thought twice, you know it's a good one. It's not how thoughts work, but that's okay. I'm not going to argue with myself. Not again. Not today, anyway. I will argue with myself again later. Don't worry. There are plans. Okay, so that should be making these again. Yes. Which is constructing all this stuff again. That's good. And making these again, which is also pretty nice. We're having slight delays with these. Wonder if production modules might not go amiss here, and then just speeding them up with some speedy boys. Gotta speed them up with speedy boys. Can't find any speedy boys there. No reason to speed them up more than they need to be. We'll just do those. We have any power problems? I don't know why. How are we doing for power? 6.4 gigawatts. Beacons at 1.2. I imagine beacons... Yeah, beacons have been rising quite rapidly, in fact. 28 hours ago, beacons were next to nothing, and now they are 1.2 gigawatts, which is not too surprising. Given the fact that all we do is just beacon things these days. Anyway, let's build some more blue belts. That should hopefully make things a bit faster. Actually, you know what? We did that, and that I probably feel pretty good about the things going on. I actually wonder if we still need to go faster still. Oh, that's probably fast enough, actually. Well... The problem kind of is that it wasn't fast enough before, so why would it be fast enough now? So now it'll definitely be fast enough. If we can get the aluminium through fast enough anyway. Yeah, now aluminium's not struggling, we've got plenty of aluminium, but it just needs to be a bit faster. And I might also... Yeah, I was wondering about that. These are all using like slower inserters. But they'll get optimized very soon. Not too worried about that. And actually, let's speed that up as well. Cool! Pretty happy with that. This should be making more RCUs at a decent pace. Fuel is still the problem. And it'll remain the problem until we make more hydrazine gas, which will remain the problem until we make more ammonia gas. Okay, ammonia is the problem again. What a bloody surprise. I don't know why I thought catalysts would be required. It's hydrogen that's the problem. Can we grab hydrogen from somewhere else? The answer to that is probably yes. Got a line of hydrogen here, but I don't quite know what it's doing. Yeah, I think we're going to grab a separate line of hydrogen. So first we're just going to find a place where hydrogen is pretty good. That's not great. It's not great. That one looks pretty good. And then I think these are also just burning through their hydrogen supplies on their own, which I don't like that. And with that, this line should be pretty good to take. It is possible the hydrogen was good to take elsewhere as well, but this will do. Oops. Accidentally pressed Q there. That's alright. It happens all the time. Okay, so... the point is we want to get it into this fuel line to make ammonia. I like the fact that there's so many lines of hydrogen coming through this part of the base. It is a very common hydrogen part. If you're going to attack my base, if you could, this would be the part that explodes the best. Please do not attack my base. I like my base. Please do not attack. New base, please ignore. Okay, and hydrogen. You know what? Actually, that's a valid point. The nuclear reactor is probably going to be... I forgot about the nuclear reactors. One should never forget about the nuclear reactors. Like, I have multiple nuclear reactors throughout my base. Yeah, that's going to do some damage. Speaking of power, 8.5. When we get 9? To be fair, it's only 9.3, so not great. Okay, ammonia is being pushed through a bit faster now. These are doing their best. Hey, I like how I just forget about nuclear reactors. Like, you shouldn't forget about those. General rule of thumb, don't forget about nuclear reactors. No, we're still having ammonia problems. Really? Is that because these things want more than 1,000? Yes, that's exactly the reason. Okay. That's alright. These will also produce 2,000, so it does actually produce enough ammonia, assuming we got the supplies. It just needs to be a little bit better spread. And if we do that, just make it a little bit tidier. There we go. The next problem we have is we're not actually getting through enough of these anymore, so speed that up. Speed just this whole thing up. I don't even care anymore. And now the thing that I was kind of worried about might happen has happened. That we do not have enough sodium hydroxide? Okay, so it's probably okay. He awkwardly states, as if it is okay. But it's not. We have 55,000 units of paper. We clearly need to get through that stuff faster. Alright. Is fuel coming through faster? Oxidize is now the problem. Interesting. Not where I would have seen the problem coming, but... Is it oxidizes? Yes. I mean, oxidizers are an easy one to improve. You just do that. I mean, fuel being higher is good because fuel is a harder one to make. $116 rockets launched. Yeah, we are very close to not needing to launch rockets anymore. I mean, we're not close. Like, we still need to make space. We still need like another 60 rockets, but after that, we're really close. And I did build some more catalysts, and it looks like they're going to be needed now. And also, these are slow. Be faster. Okay, rockets. Yeah, rockets should be coming real fast now. We got plenty of radiothermoelectric generators. What I wanted to see. And as the rocket fuel comes in faster, yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. Got a bunch of things in inventory that I don't really need. Okay. Let's check out yellow science again, because that's honestly one of the sticking points. Beacons well, not beacons, modules we could stop production of, but I don't think that's really too big a deal anymore. These are slow. Why? Are we still really having problems with titanium? Are you serious? Even after what we, oh, like, is titanium just broken or something? No, titanium is... we might just need to boost that speed. Okay, that's not a hard thing to do. I would love a teleport system in this game. Like, I'm sure there's a mod that allows you to teleport, because I would absolutely set up a teleport island. Maybe next time I play SeaBlock I'll have a teleporter mod. I don't even care if it's expensive, like, I would just build them. Like, if it had costs equivalent for, like, maybe even just short-range no, not short-range teleports. Short-range teleports are dumb. But, just let me teleport around the island. Yeah, that's better. Could still improve by doing this, though. Carbon appears to be an interesting problem right now. Output priority. Let's really get the carbon going. Okay, so that's decent. Move that one out of the way. That's outputting how much per second? It's a little bit more than what the one pipe can handle. So is there a place where I can put this titanium that is useful? Because right now that's not... Short range teleport, close your eyes and walk. Look, Gems. Gems. No. I want a little teleportation island. I have the ability to create a fast and light travel ship. If I'm already breaking the laws of physics, let me teleport, damn it. I'm going to run for office with the policies of let me teleport, damn it. Someone's going to be like, just being, not, like, running for office is not going to let you change the laws of physics. It's like, well, yes. That's my defense, just yes. And titanium was, oh great. It's here, right? Yes. Okay, I'll get there. Titanium line goes down. Titanium line go burr. And we will put a pump in here as well, just to give it a little bit better optimization. Aluminium, not going great right now, because copper collapsed. This is what I was afraid of. What if a single resource collapses? Oh, what are the chances of that happening? So slim. That would never happen. He says, it's copper. Why would copper run out? I don't know, man, because copper always runs out. I'm not salty. I'm a little salty. Okay. Let's speed these up. That might help. Could just even use the upgrade path. What do you reckon? I like that. And then if we do this, this should result in a lot more copper. I like this one because it's trying to use speed modules as well. Like, I care about speed modules in these things. The basic rule is if I can use productivity mods, use productivity mods. Just use them. So a bit of copper is coming through. Probably even speed module those bad boys. Okay, so copper is still doing all right. It just could be doing better. But unfortunately that is a matter for tomorrow because we are done for today. So thank you everyone for watching. I think we've made some great progress today. We've launched a lot of rockets. How many rockets did we launch today? If it's 3. Yeah, we launched like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We launched 8 rockets this hour alone. If the rocket launches continue at that pace, we'll be done launching rockets in, probably on Thursday. Maybe 4 hours or so. So that'll be good. Of course, aluminium being a little bit crappy right now is not going to help that, but that's okay. You get what you can get. You take what you can get, rather. You get what you get. Yeah, that's well done. But yeah, look, we've made some real progress today. If you've enjoyed watching today and you're not currently following, please give a follow. I'd really appreciate it. And that way you'd know when I was streaming next. And you can continue watching this absolute madness of a spaghetti factory. If you are thinking that you want to go back and watch old episodes, you can do that as well. You can find them on youtube.com/SeiferKatt. That's where I post all the old episodes. They are quite far behind, but they will all be posted there eventually. We are getting closer and closer to the end of the series because we have got almost all the rockets launched. We have got almost all the science done. Everything is coming together in some culmination of descriptions. I forgot how words work. And if you're wanting to be part of the decision of what I do after this, then, one, you can follow and tell me, hey, I want to see this. Don't worry, there will be more Factorio, but this I will be taking a little bit of a break after this because I've been playing this since March, I think. So I want to take a little bit of a Factorio break, but I will be coming back for SeaBlock. But in the meantime, between the finish of this and the start of the next one, I'm thinking maybe either Civilization or Stellaris, just for about a month break and then get straight back into it. That's where I'm going at the moment. So if you want to be part of that discussion, you can be here, or we can talk about it on Discord, because there is a Discord channel that very few people belong to, but you are also welcome to join, and it is the best way to get in contact with me outside of the streams. What have I missed? You can also subscribe. Don't feel you have to, but it's nice, and I appreciate your assistance. But you don't have to. No one has to. It's fine. I will not starve. I'm not doing passive aggressiveness. I literally will not starve. I'll be fine. And aside from that, I am done for today. So thank you very much one more time for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm just trying to put down tons of green belts right now for some reason. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Take care, everyone.